Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name is Michelle and we are watching Succession episode 5 today. Now, last episode was our first episode without Logan Roy, and I don't feel like we have felt his absence yet. Like, I keep waiting to feel like that Logan Roy hole, but when I think about it, maybe Kendall is gonna, like, given how last episode ended, I feel like Kendall is gonna like take up the Logan Roy space, as well as to like a certain extent Tom. Like the way Tom is moving, I feel like he's gonna like take up a bit of a Logan Roy spot in the show. Definitely Kendall and a little bit of Tom. Like, they're both showing their entire asses. Tom with like his little manipulation of Shiv, trying to get her to remember when they first met and like rehash those feelings to lull her back in. And then Kendall saying, I mean, look, Kendall, it's not necessarily the idea that Kendall had that makes me feel like, or him going ahead with the idea that Carrie proposed, which is to essentially disparage the father and then build their image up. And I feel like that's a classic technique in a lot of marketing strategies. When you're trying to portray a new face of something, you kind of have to address the old face, the old head that existed prior, and on some cases you either build them up or you tear them down. But either way, you have to make a decision on how you want to burnish their memory before you go forward. I mean, it's more so the fact that Kendall went behind Roman's back. It's the blackmailing of oh my god, it wasn't Frank, it wasn't Carl, Hugo. It's like blackmailing Hugo in order to get it done. It's not necessarily the action, because it's not so far out of the realm of the business world or just any world in which you make a transition. Well, I guess in a way, yeah, because it's very much a Logan thing to do. Disparage the old one in order to kind of bring in the new. And Kendall has always sort of prided himself in trying to be different than his father. So in a way, yeah, going ahead with that action, not just the manner in which he did it, which going behind Roman's back and using blackmail in order to get it done, but also him choosing that path is very Logan Roy-ish, which really goes against his philosophy of being a different man than his father. I feel like now that Logan's out the picture, like I said in the beginning of this intro, I feel like we've definitely felt the absence of Brian Cox, but in terms of Logan, I don't think we've really felt that absence, mostly because Kendall is like picking up the mantle and running forward with it. We have seen little signs throughout the show where you see Kendall adopting some of his father's worst traits, his anger, his violence, and now his business techniques. I mean, we've definitely seen some of his business acumen come out of his dad's handbook, albeit it was not executed as well as his father would execute it, but still very much Logan-like. It sucks. It sucks to see Kendall go down that path, but I guess it was always inevitable. The only thing I really want going forward is for Shiv to kind of cut Kendall out, because there's still going to be a vote. The vote from because they're just interim CEOs, so the vote has to happen. Matsson, I believe, will be a part of choosing that. I do feel like he's sowing seeds, pissing Shiv off, cutting out Roman, where his two best allies he's alienating. So I don't want Kendall in the company. I just want him working on himself. I do feel like Frank gave him the best advice. Keep going on the path you're on. You look like you're doing well. Like, get control of your life. I just it sucks to see him, because he has kids, and like I said, I want Kendall. My softness towards Kendall, my willingness to forgive Kendall, really stemmed from the fact that he's a father, and I wanted him to always come out on the right side of it, because at the end of the day, he has kids he has to be held accounted for, and I don't want him to ruin his relationship with his children the same way Logan ruined his relationship with his kids. But at this point, in regards to Kendall's kids, I want Rava to get full custody and to put a large, like a continental size space between Kendall and the kids until he gets his shit together. Now, speaking of kids, Shiv is now going to be a parent, and that's something I never wanted. I never wanted it for her. I never wanted it for the kids. I never wanted it for the marriage. I wanted Shiv to work on herself and find herself in a better place. I feel like she definitely said to Tom she wants kids at the heel of what her mother said, Caroline said, and it was like a snap decision response, and now it's like she's paying the price unfortunately. And I don't want Shiv. If Shiv is going to be a parent, I'd rather her be a single mother, because I feel like Shiv somehow, some way can get it together if she's a single mother. If she's with Tom, I don't see it getting better, because that resentment she holds for him, that hatred she holds for him, it runs deep. I don't think she ever respected Tom. I think she trusted him in the sense that she felt like he was under her thumb, so that was the extent of the trust that she would allow for him. But I don't see anything good in that marriage left, and that I don't want her to have, like, I want that divorce so badly. But I feel like this baby, the company, Tom constantly being like a vulture pecking at the bones of Logan, like, not to say like, oh, poor Logan, but just him being in the room and trying to like throw his hat in for CEO. I just feel like he's not going anywhere. And if he's not going anywhere, what does that mean for his marriage with Shiv? I'm so annoyed by this pregnancy. I hate it. Because this baby, it like twists Shiv's arm now that there's something permanent connecting Tom to her. Anyways, let's just get into this reaction. I'm so annoyed by this baby. I don't want it. Anyways, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever it is you like to do when you watch your favorite reaction. Just get comfortable and let's get to.
Thanks for Grant.
Very season 1, episode 1 feelish with him listening to rap. Kendall's like, got my swagger back. Wait, who said that line? Was it Jay-Z or Kanye in that song?
What's shaking? You camp out overnight, I hear?
Yeah, we got here early. I'm just getting brief. Should I get Shiv? Bastion, could you get Shiv, please?
Oh, Kendall, the way he looks so like, why are you bringing in Shiv?
Did you all just get this? Do you have this? They're asking for everyone. They're requesting us all in Norway, plus division heads.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He actually sent a list of names.
Oh, so that's sinister as fuck.
Unless he's looking for a way out.
Yeah, or invite everyone so he doesn't just have to deal with the B-roll brothers.
Can I have a look at this list?
Yeah, you should all have it.
What does it look like if we say no? We don't play that week.
I guess in the...
Oh god, he's about to become Logan. That felt like such a Logan suggestion.
Let's go get the deal.
Get it?
Let's bleed the Swede.
I can feel the tension Kendall has towards Shiv. What is his beef with her, man? Like, does he feel insecure in terms of, like, does he feel like Shiv might just be as competent as him and he doesn't, or if not more competent than him, and he doesn't want to admit that, and he doesn't want her anywhere near because he feels like she can be competition for him? What is his hang up with her? But I do like Roman was the one to, like, invite her in, and then Kendall tried to sell it as if he was the one who did it.
You guys are seriously not concerned about this dad stuff? Because there's been more.
Sorry, I had to focus.
know, I'm just struck by the number of pieces that knife Dad and imply that his children, particularly his younger sons, have been covering for him for quite some time.
Hey, if someone's briefing anything against Dad, we'll fucking crucify them. Okay? Rat fucker Sam, okay?
Okay.
Rome, do you wanna...
Wow, Kendall. Do they know he's lying? I feel like they kind of don't believe Ken.
You know one thing, if you want, just to mention it.
What?
We can cut Tom's throat.
Oh. How's he doing?
I mean, he's doing good. He's doing fine. That's not it. We just thought maybe in case that might be a nice thing for you.
Yeah, offer that. You know what? I'm up to my fucking eyeballs in investor conference shit, so I should speak to Jerry.
Oh my god, Shiv, what the hell? Have your brothers get rid of him.
I don't know, guys. I would say...
Shiv, don't piss me off and stay with this man.
So,
Where should we go?
which way to Chairman Matson's re-education camp?
Take a seat. It's next stop. We're about to leave. 2 more bags coming.
This is beautiful.
I already got fucking mud on my sneaks.
Nice.
You like the merch?
I see you. Look out your window.
Is that you?
Yeah, of course that's me. The handsome one.
Is yours small?
When a bear shits in the woods, it uses one of these, I think.
Please tell me this is not how they have to chop. Oh my goodness. No, sir. What if they're afraid of heights?
Hey, you wanna walk the deck once more? Talk the angles, the foreseeable, unforeseen?
Everyone's asses are clenched.
So I tell you what, your dad, now he would just start with a joke, just to establish that no matter how tough things are.
That's the whole thing, right? Then 144, net result unhappiness. Over 144, net result happiness.
Yes. Now is not a good time.
Look, Marcia's been in, and she's talking about putting him in a kilt, like a fucking Bay City roller.
Is that what he wanted?
So look, I am genuinely concerned that he will look odd, and I'll be blamed.
Okay, hey, Con. We appreciate you holding it down for us, but...
Carte blanche. If I go in the embalming room and start throwing my weight around, I'm going to need to make some asks, but I don't want to get blamed.
Send photos or whatever.
Don't send photos. Don't take him to the fucking beach. Don't send photos. Okay, bye. Bye.
Send photos of Dad's dead body, essentially.
Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
So what's
do you want to
in
maybe...
terms of schedule?
We're thinking we could...
Oh my god, take it back. Take it back. Take all this back. Goodness, this is so unsettling.
We like your offer, but we don't as yet think it reflects the full valuation of the potential of what you're purchasing.
And your stock dropped 20? I want to buy your entire operation for the price of $1 single dollar. I'm kidding.
That's really good. That's funny. $1 single dollar.
Sorry, man.
Oh god, this man. He'd annoy me.
I do want ATN though.
Well,
Not for $1.
no. ATN's off the table. Dad carved it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure it makes sense, and I want it back in.
I think we're just gonna take a beat. Actually, we're just gonna, yeah.
We'll talk later.
Yeah. Well, Dad wanted to keep ATM.
Yeah, but he also wanted to poison Brezhnev and hang Mandela. Doesn't mean he's always right. I think that overall, he wanted the deal.
He's not here.
I know he's not here. I have a giant hole in my heart and a 24-hour migraine, and...
I'm just saying, I don't think we know if Would he have done the deal? Would he not have done the deal? We don't know.
Oh, good God.
I don't, whatever. Let's get the deal done.
I had a feeling ATM would be the butt.
Matsson, pretty cold.
Right?
When he's fucking randos, he does noise-canceling headphones.
Right.
Podcasts.
What the?
On, watches him slide the beanpole.
Okay.
That's disturbing.
What's
Greg.
what's up? What's the counter?
Excuse you?
What?
Just saying, yeah, in case you guys want to sling some ideas around.
Leave.
Within the safety of the quad.
The quad?
Yeah, the quad squad.
Excuse me. When outsiders, and yes, Greg is an outsider, gets a little too comfortable, starts asking questions, kill him. Oh my God. I hate them. I hate them so much.
I've seen enough of this shit. But yeah, you do what you like.
Yeah, we're just passing time till you come up with a counter.
You want to do this here? All right.
Oh my God, I'm afraid of what might happen.
We're running the numbers, but we want to explore options for us keeping ATN.
You don't want ATN.
Okay, sure, but we kind of do.
You don't. I've been talking to Oscar, and we see a way back.
You see a way back for our phenomenally lucrative and influential news operation?
Well,
You gonna save that?
yeah, it's
Thanks, bro.
not complicated. I've seen it. It's a lot of yelling. Small men, big veins.
Fat wallets.
Sure, but long term, I don't think news for angry old people works.
I think maybe you don't understand what you're buying.
Oh.
And maybe that's why there's a disconnect here on value.
Sure, lecture me, Volter guy.
I like that Walter's still on Kendall's resume.
Did you call it a trusted brand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trusted
No,
brand. Old
no.
racist people.
It's a parts shop. Good parts, yes. Bad brand.
And they know it. It's just
Gotta say, I
sentimental
just think
value.
fundamentally you're wrong.
Yeah, well, I don't care what you think. You're a tribute band. I'm just trying to make you fucking rich.
Already rich.
Okay, well, on the offer, I think I am what I am.
Okay, Popeye.
I mean, is he wrong in terms of what ATN is? No, I think all four people here know exactly what ATN is. It's just they don't want to change it because it's like the representation of their father. I mean, Shiv clearly hates the representation of what it is. She's fine with letting that bitch go. But the boys.
Oh my. Hanging in the window like Peking duck.
What do you think? How does it feel?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Not great, but also, I guess that's the thing, right?
Because I think I'd like to tank the deal. Tank the whole deal. Like, kill it, blow it up.
So then how do you come through on Pierce?
I like running the ship. I think we're good at it, and I don't want to stop. I mean, do you?
Well, everyone wants the deal. It's Dad's deal.
He's a bad fit. You know it. He's a bad fit. He doesn't get the company.
You want to chew it with Shivy?
I just think,
What?
can Pinky dance?
Well, we have to make him walk, right? So that he thinks it's his call.
Yeah.
I mean, if the old guard smells that we're getting smart, they're gonna shit their beans, go crying to the board, and we're fucking toast.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh my God, Kendall.
You with me?
No. Say no, Roman. Say no. Do not align yourself
Yeah,
with
let's
this.
do it.
Maniac.
Let's take it.
This
Let's fucking do it.
Coked up maniac.
Okay, so I think a meaningful bump gets you over the line.
Oh no.
If I keep offering more and more money, eventually I'll get it. I might be in a bit of a pickle.
Uh-huh.
Man made pregnant.
Hey, I'm not gonna give it the whole backstory and everything, but
Okay, good. She didn't do any. Which I'm pretty sure he clocked.
friendly joke about what I shouldn't do.
Oh, and she's drinking.
I sent her some of my blood.
What?
This is...
Where is the story going?
Well, who is this?
It's Ebba.
Point one might be hard for you, but stop sending people your blood.
Oh my god.
You're just telling a journalist the truth, which is that nobody's getting along, the two cultures don't mesh, and the deal vibes are bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, keep cutting Shiv out as if there's not going to be a vote at the end of all this. As if you aren't interim and you have to be voted in. Keep fucking around, Kendall. Keep cutting Shiv out as if she don't get a vote.
Everything is fine is the headline, so. But the lowdown is that it's spiraling, and tomorrow or soon there's going to be a press thing about it being in crisis or whatever, something like that.
Are you Scooby-Dooing me here? Hanna-Barbera fucking business school. You're telling me the theme parks are haunted? Your big movie is shitty? Or are you tanking the deal?
Just to pause. It's so interesting how it's two CEOs. It's Roman and Kendall, these co-CEOs, interim or whatnot. Two of them and only one of him. And yet I still feel there's not been a single moment where those two chuckleheads have managed to outpower this one man. This is low-key what I feel like Matsson wanted. That's why he asked about Logan. How long until he dies? Because he knew it would. These three musketeers, no matter how good they are, no matter how smart they are, put Shiv, Roman, and Kendall together, take Shiv out, take Roman out, take Kendall out. Doesn't matter how you pair them up. If it's Shiv and Roman or Kendall and Shiv, doesn't matter. He could square up with all of them. One of them, a duo, a trio, make no difference. He could square up with any of them. I do think Logan was someone who represented the old way, and he understands how stubborn those old men can be, and just wanted to wait him out to die. But throughout this entire episode, it's been Roman and Kendall, and not a single scene, not a single moment have I felt that two of them have matched one of him.
Am I gonna have to go around you? Talk directly to the board.
Rome.
Yeah. Hey, I was just thinking, do you remember when you asked when my dad was gonna die?
Sure.
You just couldn't, there was no part of you that could just be like, hey, let's reschedule and move this, because, their dad just died, and, and my brother's a mess, and I'm gone. I'm dead. It's over for me. It's okay. It's fine. But you just drag us out here, you inhuman fucking... You fucking killed him, too. You're the one who did it. You did. You drained the life out of him. You dragged this thing out for 6 fucking months, and then you bring us out here now. We are gonna grind you down, man. We are sand in the gears. Every email's gonna take 6 months. We're all gonna spend hundreds of millions of dollars, and in the end, you're gonna get fucking bored and move on. It's not happening, okay? Yeah, I fucking hate you. And if you tell the board I said any of this, I'm just gonna say it was a negotiating tactic. And you know what? Maybe it is, but it's not. So fuck you.
Oh. You just fucked yourself.
Did I?
Good.
Really? Good.
Oh, God. Why did it look like he had tears in his eyes? Oh my God. That was intense. Oh, Roman. You need someone to blame. I get that.
Well, thank you. I'd be glad to pass that message along. Revised offer. 192.
Oh, he did it to spite them.
192.
We came, we saw.
Went straight to the board.
We raided the Viking.
Oh my god.
Are you with your brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Could you send me a photo of their faces?
Congrats.
Oh my god.
192.
You did it.
So in a way, the boys got the deal done. Just not the way they thought they would. Okay, so that was episode 5, Kill List, and I fully believe Matsson kept Jerry and Carolina as well as Tom because of the conversation he had with Shiv. And Kendall, like I said, during the reaction, I feel like he partly knew that the kids, Logan's kids, weren't going to be challenges. He'd be able to maneuver them, see through them, and be able to get whatever he wants in the end. I do feel like he saw through, not feel like, he totally saw through Kendall's plan, which I feel like if he had told Shiv would have told him that Matsson would probably see through that. She would have advised him to go a different route, a different direction. Them not wanting to give up ATN, the second he said ATN, it's like you gave them a larger number, just it wasn't gonna work. And I feel like Matsson knew it wasn't gonna work. He just wanted to screw with the guys, the boys, very much boys. But there's not a piece of me that sees this acquisition going well long term, because Matsson, he'll have a vote, right? When it comes time to choosing the CEO. I think he will. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. I'm not sure about that. But if he does, I don't see him backing Roman. I don't see him backing Kendall. Once I don't see Shiv backing Kendall or Roman either, because why would she back Kendall given how he's been cutting her out? And I do feel like Shiv knows it. Every time she reads like when Hugo, well, not Hugo, but when he called, when he called Hugo in on the airplane, like, hey, figure out who's spreading all this about Dad and have them taken care of. The faces Roman and Shiv made, it's like, do we believe you? I don't think we believe you. And then again, when she read the murmurs of them not getting along, the Matsson group and the Waystar group, they're just not jiving. It's like she gave him that look like, I don't buy it. I don't believe you. So I do see Shiv has inklings of being cut out. She has feelings of being cut out. I just feel like those feelings, those inklings will be confirmed as it goes along, and I don't see Shiv backing Kendall. I'm not sure if Matsson gets a vote. I don't see it happening. Whether or not Roman will back Kendall, I'm not sure. I feel like he feels uncomfortable with things Kendall's doing behind Shiv's back. He's always trying to hold true to the promise he made to her and wants to rope her in. It's Kendall who's constantly cutting her out and apprising her, or if not, like apprising her after, or not even. She has to come up to him, but it's like, I don't see the seeds that Kendall is sowing coming out well. Nothing's gonna grow from it. This Matsson deal, I'm so conflicted because he sees ATN as something that's obsolete, as something that doesn't have a place in what he believes it can be. But here's He said he wants to turn it more Bloomberg, and that to me is more international, whereas ATN, I think it's mostly a US media like based, like the content they create is more so United States media based. There's profit in that in a way. I mean, based off the numbers, he says no. You know, the graph is telling him it's shitty, but there is a large conservative, not to say all conservatives are racist, and I'm not going down that line, but there's a large amount of conservative, racist, sexist individuals who live in the United States. You do have a you have a demographic that you can cater to that's always going to be there, because these elderly folks have children, they have grandchildren, they're raising their grandchildren and their children with these views. You will always have a loyal fan base, a loyal demographic who will show up to hear the things that they're not going to hear on more liberal, and I use that loosely, liberal news media. I think, to be honest, personally speaking, I think they're all the same crapshoot. Liberal, conservative, I mean, not to get political, but there's not that much difference these days when it comes to their media, the things that they put out there. Media, unfortunately, has become just, I mean, at least the show's being honest about the fact that it's just a headline. And honesty and telling the truth is not their main concern. It's about the clicks, it's about the ads, it's about the revenue you can garner. Of course, sometimes it's more so about getting someone into a position of power and getting their name out there and using media to get their name out there and rile up people. So it's always to some end that does not serve the people. It does not inform the people. It just manipulates the people. It uses the people to whatever the goal is, whatever the goal of that article is, whatever the goal of a narrative is, whatever that may be, that's the objective. But it's not to disseminating honest information to their constituents or to the people that they serve. It's not been about that in a very long time, and one can argue, was it ever really about that? But with that being said, Matsson wants to turn it more into I'm assuming a numbers based media, which, I mean, to be honest, I mean, I would say you'd probably lose a good portion of the people they currently serve. So I would imagine you'd see a dip there before you see a rise once they target the audience he's looking for. But in terms of what Matsson wants to turn ATN in, and Shiv mentioned that Mencken, they're currently like backing Mencken through ATN, like they're pushing out articles for him on his behalf, essentially. Which crosses a line that apparently not even Logan would cross, which, I mean, that feels unfathomable, a line that Logan would not cross. Seems non-existent, but I guess Shiv says that that's not even a line Logan would have crossed in terms of influencing a presidential run, which is what I'm assuming they're doing with Mencken right now, which I don't know that Matsson acquiring ATN, if that would put an end to the Mencken-ATN relationship, or whether or not once he gets more so immersed into the United States politics, the United States media bustle, will he just see it as a source of revenue, a way to influence power, a way to buddy up with the next president in the United States if he gets elected? Shit, I mean, at this point, I've been waiting for the Roy family to like get their comeuppance. I mean, I don't see it happening, but it's like power is power is power is. It just maintains. So it's like the only person I feel has the impetus to stop Mencken from getting into power would be Shiv, and I don't know if she would be able to accomplish that given just how the odds she faced just feel so insurmountable, not to mention whatever the bleeping hell she's got going on with Tom. I'm not sure where Shiv stands with Tom right now. It's like she hates him, but she keeps going back to him. It's just, I want her, when Kendall and Roman made the offer to like get rid of Tom and she didn't take it and she seemed hesitant towards it, I'm like, girl, please do not go back to this man. Please do not soften your heart. And I feel like she is. I feel like she's engaging with him more. She's getting into a place where it's not, I'm not to say that she was ever indifferent, but her hatred feels to be cooling off, and she's now going into a space of like wanting to antagonize him, wanting to like play with him a bit. And I just don't want that whatsoever. Like, cut his ass off. Leave it be. Like, stop engaging. Get rid of him out of the company. Tom and Greg are just slithering around, or like ticks or parasites just glomming on, trying to stay alive, like by sucking the blood of people who hold the keys. They're like gatekeepers to them, and they're just sucking their blood out in hopes that like being latched onto them will take them through the gate that they're trying to get through. And it's so annoying seeing them just like walk around, and you know what they're doing. Just social climbers essentially. And you can't blame them in terms of, you know, everybody wants their share, everybody wants their piece, everybody wants to be, well, not everybody, let me not broad stroke and say everybody, but you get what they're doing, you get why they're doing it. Just there's a lack of dignity in what they're doing. There's a lack of self-esteem in what they're doing. It's like, can you be proud of your climb or your rise? Like, I want them to like just, I hope Matsson like just rips Tom out the equation, but I don't know. I feel like Tom is so lacking a personality. When I look at Tom, he is a man who can be shaded anything in some ways. His political views, his I feel like he's like sort of the perfect puppet in a way. He demonstrated that for a few seasons until he was no longer getting what he wanted, or like Shiv said, his heart was broken and he cut the strings that his puppet had over him, and now he's out loose looking for a new puppeteer in a way. I feel like that's what he's doing. I feel like someone like Tom is loyal to the climb. He's not loyal to anything else. No political view, no social standing. Wealth and the climb is what he's loyal to, and we'll see where Tom ends up. And Kendall, shit, I want Kendall out of the company. I want him far away from power, and that's ultimately my hope going forward. Tom gone and Kendall gone. That's all I want. That's it. Tom gone and Kendall gone. That's gonna be my tagline. I want them both gone. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This was another great episode. I'm really enjoying this last season. It's so fun. Actually, I believe I did not watch the Golden Globes, but on my Twitter feed I saw that Sarah Snook won Best Actress last night. Just so you know when I'm filming this, it's the night after the Golden Globes, and good for her. She's killing it this season. Anyways, I will see you all in the next episode. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.